Hello everyone, I'm the storyteller and I'm here to help you relax. I know you use this video to sleep, so before we get started, like the video and subscribe. Where are you from, and what time are you watching? Leave a comment below. Now, relax and listen to my story. I came to this house to find peace. I didn't care about its age or that it stood alone on a barren hill. I just wanted a place where no one would bother me. As a researcher, I'm writing a book about paranormal phenomena. And I thought this secluded place would help me focus. But I was wrong. From the moment I arrived, I sensed something was wrong. The house was older than I had imagined, the paint was peeling, the windows were boarded up, the porch was leaning to one side. The wind howled as I opened the car door. But I told myself, it's just an old house. As I stepped inside, I immediately sensed the musty smell and the stuffy air, as if the place had been long forgotten. I walked through the living room, the dining room, and put my bag down by the stairs. My plan was simple, to rearrange my workspace and start writing. But the first strange thing happened that evening. As I was arranging my books on the shelves, the lights in the room flickered. I thought it might be the old wiring. But then, I heard a whisper. At first, I thought it was the wind. But this sound came from the wall right behind me. A hoarse, weak, indistinct voice. I tried to listen, but the hairs on my arms stood up. My heart was pounding. But I reassured myself, I'm probably just tired. I chose a room on the second floor to work in. It had a large window overlooking the empty hillside. The view was simple but made me feel more secure. I put my laptop on the table and decided to sleep early so I could start writing tomorrow. But, that night, the whispers returned. They were no longer in one place but moved everywhere, from wall to wall, from the ceiling down near the door. I heard fragmented, incomprehensible words. But the scariest thing was the cold feeling that ran through my body. I pulled the blanket up to my neck, my eyes glued to the darkness, waiting for something to appear. But there was only lightning outside the window, occasionally brightening the room for a split second. Finally, exhausted, I fell asleep. The next morning, I woke up feeling heavy. I made a cup of coffee in the old kitchen. The refrigerator rattled when I opened it, the stove barely working. I looked out the window, trying to shake off the feeling of unease. It could just be my imagination, I told myself. I decided to take a closer look at the house. I opened the closets, peering into the dark corners to see if anything needed fixing. And I noticed something strange. Behind a large cabinet on the first floor, there was a small gap in the wall. I pushed the cabinet aside, and surprisingly, it moved more easily than I expected. Behind it was a narrow door, leading into the darkness. I shined my flashlight inside. A long, narrow, damp hallway stretched deep into the house. I stood still, feeling the cold air leaking from inside. The air there carried an old, stuffy smell, and something wasn't right. Should I go in?